Yeah, that's right, guys. I've entered into the poultry keeping game. Peacocks. There's only 3 of them. Doesn't seem a lot, but they still need looking after. And that takes time when you're feeding them and watering them. So what I've done is I've devised a couple of really simple systems that save me a little bit of time and make sure that these animals are always fed and watered as they need to be, and I don't need to worry about it for a couple of days if I was to leave, go to work or whatever it is. So here is 4 really simple tips for you. If you're about to enter into the poultry keeping game, doesn't matter if it's peacocks or just a few chickens for your own eggs, that if you do this from the build stage or retrofit some of this stuff, it's going to save you time and it's going to help you out. Number 1, when you build their house, design in a little hatch such that you can just chuck out the unwanted hay and straw, whatever you use, easily into the vegetable patch without having to cart it out the door, such as this. There we go, hatch. Straight into the compost heap. There's part of the vegetable garden. Simples. Close it up, a couple of latches, couldn't be easier. Number 2, automate their watering system. So here I've got standard tub, probably holds 20, 30 litres, something like that. But what I've done is I've connected it through that hose and that coupling through the sidewall to a water butt, which holds about 90 to 100 litres of water. And I can either feed that from rainwater or just pipe it in as I choose. But the good thing about it is I've got this stopcock. So as it runs out, it pipes in. Gives me a week and a half of water without having to worry about them. Yeah, this is tip 2B, possibly my favourite one. So, as I mentioned about the water, I pipe it in using this 100 litre water butt, and I've just put a coupling or a flange through the outside, and that in itself has got a stopcock. So all I've got to do is attach water from the other side if it runs out. And I don't have to worry about it overfilling from the hose because it will stop itself. But what I have done is I've taken that all the way around the outside to a permanent bit of hose that's attached. Right down the corner there, it's not a great picture, but by the door and close to a hose with a coupling already on it. So all I've got to do is shove it on, turn it on, and I can come back later. Simples. Just a bit of simple peacock enclosure DIY today. All I've got to do is raise the bird feeder. She, Juno, is always interested in what we're doing. Yeah, number 3, this is about food. The first thing I'll do, say, is raise the food off the ground. That just helps with mice and any rats. If you've got a rat problem or anything like that, that stops them from being able to get to the food. And secondly, a feeder like this where you can top up from the top. And it's got a twisting capability to be able to control the rate of which the food gets delivered. Effectively, as it gets eaten, it replaces itself. Again, you can fill that up as long as it's safe from the rodents. It gives you another week or so worth of food. To number 4, it's probably obvious, but no matter what the material or meshing you're using for your enclosures, get yourself a pair of tin snips. Saves so much time. Great for repairs, for instance, if you need to cut a patch out, tie it on, because you can just whip straight through, just like a pair of scissors. Awesome. So that's it, guys. 4 really simple tips for you. Think about automating the water as much as you can. Think about your food placement and the food feeder choice that you take. Think about the tools you've got about the place and on you, so you don't have to walk, to get your tools to make repairs or whatever it is. They're always there. And then think about the build of the house and like I said, a hatch on the side of that so you can just empty it, chuck it straight into the compost heap for the vegetable patch. Saves you time. Saves you minutes, let's say, yeah, but minutes on each of those makes hours. Hours make days. Think about what you can do all that time. So if you're that way inclined, please like and subscribe. I've got loads more videos coming. First is an extension of this aviary, which I'm going to start to build this weekend. So I'll cover the DIY aspects of that, and I'll show you what sort of poultry we're going to put it. It's mainly going to be chickens and bantams. Start getting our own eggs. And I've got more on the vegetable area. We've got a really decent yield from that in a minute, which is fantastic. It's quite a large area. The fruit cage. and then of course the pièce de résistance. Maybe a few months is a great big sort of lake, natural pool with an island, some buildings on it and all that sort of stuff. So there's going to be a whole load of content on that. So please like and subscribe. It makes sense.